we're going to be doing. Oh, did I forget? Did I forget to grab a clicker? Well, we're going to be doing a quick training session once I grab the clicker. But we're just going to actually work on something new right now. I'm going to be actually upping my training session, so you might be showing up twice a day here. Okay. Get on. Good. Good. All right, I'll be right back. I just left my clicker upstairs. Okay, so today I'm just kind of getting them the concept of kind of going behind a line. I'm just going to use this chunk of rope here and put it on the ground, and we're eventually going to set a command called ready, and they're going to go behind the line. Now today is just going to be a shaping behavior, so with this methodology I will not be fully guiding them through it. I'm just going to shape the behavior of going up to the line, and the reward is at the line. Okay. Computer, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
This is their first time seeing this rope, so. Okay. Kennel. I know, that was a high rate of reinforcement for you. You're like, I don't know if I want to leave this rope. That was a computer dismiss. That was all right. So, if anybody is out there, most people should be working right now, but everybody has different schedules. So, if anybody's there and would like to chime in, ask why I'm doing certain things, or just say hi, let me know, and I'll respond to you in between sessions. Computer, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Computer dismissed. Okay, kennel. I'll try to reset a few more bits. Looks like nobody's there, which is fine. So as I said, this is just a training setup. I'm basically, the idea is I'm going to be able to just put out a string of some sort, and it will give them a ready position to basically just stand up to. So they want them to just kind of stand up and then to the line and wait there. And then if I carry around this rope, it becomes a spot that I can just, hey, go do this. Computer set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Computer dismiss. Count. I know, that's a fun one, huh? Like I just have to stand there and you get to reach. I like that. Enough? Yeah. Computer set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
I think this rope's too long. I'm going to just pick a, I think I got a belt or leash over. Oh, I got a leash over there. That'll work. I know I'm mixing it up on you. Kennel. Computer dismiss. Alright, let's actually change this up. Here, it's a short leash. Use that. Okay. Computer set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Oh, my bad. Thought you had it. Just repeating, this is the first time I've done this exercise with these guys. I just decided to do it a couple days ago. I'll probably add this to their 10-part chain. Okay. Kennel. Computer dismiss. All right, there we go. All right. Computer set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Kennel. Computer dismiss. The first thing is getting them to do the behavior. After that, then I'll start, probably tomorrow, I'll start adding a cue to it to ask them to go towards it. Oh, I see a question. Yeah, I got a 10. Oh, okay, so question on a 10-part chain. So I'm going through the Karen Pryor Academy, and oh, sorry, I know. Yes, I know it's your turn, but well, technically it's his turn. But so with the Karen Pryor Academy, the final thing is what we call a 10-part chain. Actually, technically, it's a 10-part sequence. A chained behavior is a link of behaviors where you start giving the first command, and then they go to the next, and then they go to the next, and they go to the next, and they go to the next. And basically, you've created such a reinforcement history that the actual command for the next thing is reinforcing in and of itself, and then they get a big reward at the end. It's a very complicated system, but basically, I got Inuyasha to do the 5-part chain in the midterm of the certification. So at the end, there's going to be this 10-part chain that's required of me and him to do, where basically he won't get any rewards in the interim, but basically I've had to reinforce it so much that just saying the next command in and of itself is a reinforcer. It's like he just gets excited about it. He knows it's coming at the end. So basically I give him 10 things to do, one after the other. Boom, 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 boom. And then they get to the end. I'm trying to think if I record it. Maybe I'll share the 5-part chain at some point in time that I already did and turned in for homework. But it's very stressful. Basically, this is how they get a lot of agility dogs when you're training them in a positive methodology. That's how they get them to do all the things, because they just, each command itself, as long as you do it fast and keep going, then it becomes rewarding. If there's a pause, then you have to click on reward. But if you do it boom, 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 and you've trained it very succinctly, then it's not an issue. So, and the method we're also using is called back chaining. So we're actually training the last thing first, and then we go backwards. And then we mix and match the whole thing so that you can break it apart. Because it's actually a pretty complicated thing, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to add this as one of the behaviors. Basically, I got this idea. He's going to go up to the line. I'm going to say ready. That'll take him to the line. Then I want him to lie down. I'm going to say set for the cue to lie down, and then go. And I'm probably going to have him target my hand or some other target. So it'll be ready, set, go, and then he'll do those 3. That'll be 3 chains right there. Kind of idea. So that's what I mean by a 10-chain behavior. It's kind of complicated. It's going to be messy. I'm not going to lie. It's a tough thing to do. Computer set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
You might have seen me put the treat behind his head a second ago. That's because he wasn't quite where I wanted him to be, but he did do the behavior of going up to the lines, especially since this is day 1, try 1. So what I did was I used what we call the point of reinforcement, where he gets the reward. He was getting the reward one way or the other, but I was using that to adjust him. And then now once he's in the correct spot, he's just going to get lots of rewards. So the end result will actually be him going to the line and looking at me. So I'm actually watching his eyeballs, and when they glance up to me, that's when I'm clicking now. Because even though this day one, try one, see, once the reinforcement though, he gets curious. Computer dismiss. Once the rate of reinforcement drops, he gets curious and starts exploring his environment, which is good. That's a good trait for a dog to have. Because it means they're confident and feel safe with the situation. Okay. Computer, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Actually, computer, reset timer.
Your 1 minute timer, restarting now.
So, since he's clicker savvy, i.e. he knows how clickers work, that they mean the treats are coming, I actually preemptively clicked as soon as he came up to the line because he was probably going to walk past it, and I want him to understand that walking past it is not what I want. I just want him behind the line. Now he took a step. That was okay. The vast majority are while he's just staying behind the line. This is actually how you create imaginary barriers for the dog. But I do like these because, I mean, just using a simple leash like this, I've now created a barrier for this little guy. I shouldn't have had my hand in my pouch there. Good. Yes, we're down to the crumbs, so there's going to be leftovers. Okay. Computer dismiss. And kennel. Alright, we'll do one round each, I should say. We'll do one more round each. We'll add this behavior. Let's see. Oh, wait, I've got a thing. No verbal command already answered. Oh, so why do you not have the dog sit before doing things like when you want them to stay? Good question. So, for me, it depends on what you want for the actual behavior. So I define a difference between hard stay and soft stay. I'm not sure if that's actually a technical term that somebody else says, but that's for what I use. So a soft stay for me is all I want them to do is stay in that position. I don't care if they're sitting. I don't care if they're down. They can actually, I know, buddy, you're coming. We're coming more. Your turn's coming. So for a hard stay would be more like obedience trials. Like if you put them in a sit, then they stay in a sit. If they go in a down, then they stay in the down. I generally do more just at-home training. So for me, the important thing is that they stay put. I don't care if they get comfortable, because honestly, the longest I've had a dog stay is 45 minutes. And if you're doing a 45-minute stay, you want the animal to be comfortable. Now, you can do two separate commands. One is the hard stay, one is the soft stay. Right now, I'm just working on a soft stay because I don't plan to do obedience trials. I find them to stress me out, and when they stress me out, then I do a bad job with them, so I don't plan on doing that. This class in and of itself, this certification that I'm doing is stressing me out enough, and I'm pushing beyond some of my limits, so I've actually taken a step back and some breathers to realize, you know what, they're puppies, they're teenage puppies, we'll just go at our pace. But that's why I don't make them sit or anything, is I just want them to stay put. If they want to sit, they can sit. Also, in this training course, what they do is we do a standing start, so they come up to me and stand in front of me for the first command. Right now, there's no verbal command for this, so I'm not having them come up to me. Because right now, all I'm trying to do is get them to understand this behavior. Once they understand the behavior, then I put the word to it. It's when you put the word first, it's like telling somebody to identify what blue means when they don't know English, for example, and just having a swath of colors and they just are guessing what blue means. If I present a swath up to them that's blue, and then put it on the table, and then present it, and put it on the table, and present it, and put it on the table, and then say blue after I lift it up, then they start understanding, oh, that's blue. Then you ask them, hey, blue, and then they'll point to it. Usually when a lot of older styles of training do it kind of backwards in that respect. So you got to teach the behavior before you start putting a word to it so they understand what it is in the first place. Computer, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Good job, buddy. So I'm slowing down rate of reinforcement because I am adding that contingency of looking up at me. But he's already starting to get it, so the rate of reinforcement's not super low. So if he starts exploring and pushing on doing other things, then I know I've gone too low and I'm not working with his attention span or understanding of what I want. But as I said, this is day one, try one of this behavior. So there I'm playing with the point of reinforcement. Basically where he gets the reward to kind of prevent that coming towards me idea. Computer, dismiss. If the reward is always at the same spot, why come towards me? You know? Good job, buddy. This will be our last go because we got to start working with other clients. All training all day, every day. I hope that answered your question, by the way. Computer, I kind of also went on some tangents. Computer, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
So the idea is if you get this behavior strong enough, literally if you have a spare belt or string or anything and you put it down, you've got a marker where your dog should be. So if it's an exciting environment, maybe if you train it strong enough, then they'll know to go there and pay attention to you. So basically for this behavior, it's go to the line and look at me. Because eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to give them another signal. And actually, you mentioned earlier asking about verbals. I don't do verbals with everything. I'm very zoo oriented. Apparently this is a thing with zoo trainers versus just standard dog trainers. Computer, dismiss. We're used to animals not caring what we say. So we do a lot of hand signals and body language signals as the cue. Because that's kind of how we're taught in the zoo world. So honestly, and I was taught verbals with with dog training, which I've been doing forever. But I've been training in the zoo world for so long that I have been using environmental cues and things like that. Excellent, excellent. So it's all making sense more and more. It takes a while. I mean, I've been doing this for so many years, and ever since I decided to switch from, actually, honestly, even when I was curator at the zoo, I switched more towards behavior stuff. And since I've been out on my own and decided to start my own business, I've delved so deep into behavior. I'm like into weird nuances. 90% of what I know, I never actually get into with clients because it's way more than the average person needs. So I just adapt it, filter out the stuff that they need, and give that to them for them and their dog and their situation. But yeah, so, all right, guys, you guys are done. We're just going to call it, yeah, no reason to keep you in there. Good boys. Good boys. Okay. But, you guys eyeing each other? They're in their teenage phase, so we've been breaking up a couple little spats here and there just because, well, they're at that age. Boys, no stare downs. Thank you. Good boys. Okay. Good. Excellent. So anyway, but yeah, that's kind of what we're working on now. I'm going to probably be upping my number of sessions per day because I got due dates that are coming into play. So got to get these guys up and going. And nothing like deciding to go through a certification program with a teenage animal ever. No stress. No stress at all. These guys are 10 months. They turned 10 months in March, so they're not even a year. I know, Butters. They're not even a year, but they are. They're just turning teenagers right now, and they fight all the time. But it's all play fighting for the most part. But now we're getting to that age where every so often, I mean, it's just like two siblings. Just gets a little too serious, so we're just all I do is redirect, which you kind of saw a little bit when I see the stink eye kind of happening. I redirect them towards me. They get rewards for ignoring each other. Huh, Butters? Yeah. And that works. Which, with these guys, they are actually mutts. They are mixed with Belgian Shepherds, and Malinois subtype, specifically. And then Huskies. So, that's what they is. Two very high energy breeds. Yes. So, alright. Yeah, 1 year old. If your dog is 1, then they're also a teenager. Basically, they're not fully adult, depending on the size of the breed. Smaller breeds usually are done by age 2, but the larger breeds actually slow down. It takes a little longer, so they actually are considered adult closer to 3, the larger the breed is. So somewhere between 2 and 3 is when they're actually adults. Right now, at 1, I usually like to say they're either late high school, early college kind of age, in that 1 to 2 year frame. Hi. Yes. What's up? Can you guys sit? Good. Good job, buddies. All right, that's it. I got to get going to some other clients. I might try another one later today, but I hope you enjoyed it, and anybody seen it in the future. You guys, mine are crazy girls, border collie healers. Oh yes, they are definitely high energy dogs. Everything has their own drives and things. I love working those crazy pups though. All right, you all have a good one, and I will see you later. Where's the button? Ah, there's the button.